Yesterday, gold traded down lower, resulting for me in a stop loss. And today I'm going to tell you why I took this long position and what I'm looking for next. Good morning and welcome back to another daily market outlook where I'm going to discuss the DXY and the major dollar pairs. What we can see that happened is that yesterday we did touch into this open demand zone after we took out a lot of this liquidity. And what I told yesterday is that maybe if we take out the low one more time, we can see a reaction up and trade maybe towards this supply zone. And as of now, what is happening is that we indeed saw a break of structure in towards the upside after a break of structure in towards the downside in towards this demand zone. What did happen is that we swiped these highs over here. So it's not really strong price action as of now. As of now. So I want to wait for maybe a push in towards the highs, then a pullback, and then continuation in towards this supply zone over here. This one over here. 4-hour bearish chain. All right. If we look at the daily, what can we see? We can also see that we are still swing structure bullish and that we traded back in towards the 0.5 together with this demand zone and the yearly open. So let's see what this can provide us with in the coming week. I don't think a lot of movement is going to happen today on Friday, but let's see what the markets can give us. EU traded down lower yesterday. During Asia, I can see not a lot happened last night, but I am still looking for lower prices on EU, trying to grab this liquidity over here. And then as I've drawn over here, I want a change of character from this zone or this liquidity and then trade it up back higher towards this high. But that's going to be something for next week. As of now, what I'm going to do is wait. I'm not trying to go and force myself into any positions. And if there was at all a position, it would have been over here with a short, but we did not yet come back. And I'm not going to take this risk. So I'm going to be waiting on EU for lower prices and then potential longs in towards this level over here being the start of these descending highs. On GU, on the other hand, I did try to get into a sell position. What we could see is that we also had a demand zone open over here together with the yearly and the weekly open. There was still a gap to be closed here together with some liquidity. On GU, we did grab the liquidity above these two highs. We then saw a first reaction of sellers coming into the market. It's clear on the 1 hour. Sellers coming into the market with a break, internal break of structure here. Then we swipe out all those sellers. We then break in towards the downside once again. Twice over here, and then what I would like to do most of the times is place my limit on the liquidity over here as well. What I did this time is that I saw this as my supply zone, the 1 hour supply zone, because this took out liquidity and then made the break of structure down. So it's really strong for me. It's a strong high, and we had some liquidity open over here. So I wanted to trade this up higher and then in towards the downside, towards these liquidity lows and the yearly open connecting with the demand zone underneath here. But it looks like that as of now, price just continues down lower and we're not going to get filled in this trade today. But who knows, I'm going to keep it open for now. If it's still not close to my entry at the end of the day, I'm going to close the trade on all the accounts I placed it, and I will be waiting for next week, maybe some longs as well. Then we have NU. NU also traded down a little bit lower, but NU is really short today because I still want to wait till this liquidity low gets grabbed and then I want to look for longs. So for me, the plan on NU hasn't changed. On AU took out the high over here with the candle close, so we had a break of structure in towards the upside and now I am waiting for at least some kind of liquidation event. So maybe one more time over the high, then a break of structure in towards the downside. It did become a little bit unclear for me because we were bearish. Now we changed bullish. And when it's not clear, I don't really like to trade it. We can expect a change of character, a pullback after a change of character. So this is now your whole swing up. And we want to see a retracement towards at least the 0.5 or take out some liquidity that's situated underneath these lows over here. So let's see and wait what the market will give us next week. Then we have USD CAD. USD CAD continued down lower without coming back up. So I can remove this alert. This can also go away. There is a supply zone created over here, but this is not a really strong supply zone in my opinion. So I see this high more of as a liquidity high. Price did continue down lower in towards the deeper retracement of this demand zone. If we go in towards the daily, we can see we are still bearish. So this was a really nice move. I didn't catch it though because I didn't want to enter on this Monday liquidity swipe on the Monday open. I waited for more confirmation and now the trade is gone. So I'm going to let this do its thing in towards the weekend. And let's see if there are some opportunities on USD CAD for next week. Then we have USD JPY. Of course, I am still in this trade for almost more than a week now, I think. Let's see, this was on April 9th. Yeah, that's already quite some time. We came back all the way towards entry, even in some drawdown at some point. As you guys know, I closed this position on my live account, but I kept it open on a challenge account, so that's still doing pretty good. Yeah, not much to say for UJ. I think we made a beautiful low over here, taking out this liquidity over here, then trade up, and then we swipe all those early buyers, and then we made a V-shaped reversal in towards the highs, and since then we've been traded up higher. So I see definitely that price continues up from here, together with that DXY bias that we can trade up a little bit higher towards the open supply zone I've drawn in the beginning of the video. Then USD CHF. USD CHF on the other hand got kind of stuck yesterday after taking out this liquidity. On the 1 hour we did make a nice high because we swiped the liquidity, had a breakdown, swiped it again, but then all of the momentum vanished because of the Asia session. So I still would like to see connection in towards this supply zone and then look for a short over here in towards these lows. So we have to wait for that. I'm going to place another alert over here. If we do get a strong break of structure down now, like this, really breaking the last demand zone as well, and then retrace, I want to get in on a short position here, but it would be more beautiful if we can push up a little bit higher in towards this supply zone and then see our break of structure down to trade down lower. And then last but not least, as always, we cover gold. Yesterday, what happened is that we had some really ugly price action over here. The reason why I entered this position is because we took out some liquidity over here. Then we saw a break of structure in towards the upside on the 1 hour. And most of the time this signals that price wants to continue up higher. But we didn't. We like make really ugly lows here together with this demand zone situated over here. Let's make that green because it's a demand zone. Bullish chain. We traded back in towards this zone. We created some really ugly lows, not stopping us out for like 3 times. We then had some bullish structure forming here, but price traded lower eventually. And this was completely within our plan. So yeah, I took a loss, but this is part of the game. And what I already talked about earlier in the week is that if this setup didn't play out, what I want to see is that we take out at least this low over here. And that is the demand zone that I've drawn in. So I am now waiting for this low to go and then show us a change of character to continue trading up higher towards at least the 4900 level, which is some liquidity that's still situated over here. So after the break of structure in towards the upside here, we can again expect a pullback towards at least 0.5, and that is what I'm going to wait for now. Guys, thanks for watching today's daily market outlook, where we discussed all of my pairs, the major dollar pairs and gold once again. I hope you learned something. If you have questions, of course, always ask me in the comments. I will reply as soon as I can, and I love talking to you guys about trading because it's one of my biggest passions I have, and I just enjoy talking about it. Trying to learn you guys something, trying to learn from you guys if you have some value to give. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.